Hey folks, Shooter. Welcome to My2Cents. Of course, we're going to go over semis, April 28th, 2022. Of course, my opinions expressed here do not necessarily reflect those of Kirk Spano, MotiveWave, and neither of the two have approved or verified the content and is not making any recommendation. Of course, prior success does not guarantee future performance. For CFTC Rule 4.41 applies. We are using simulated counts looking forward in Elliott waves, so those are hypothetical. Okay. Of course, please print these disclosures and review them at your leisure. Now we got a few scans on our 5-wave, 3-wave, and 2-wave scans. Some of them look pretty good, some of them don't. So we're going to go through these. Now this is an excellent scan. It is AVGO Broadcom on the monthly, but we're looking at it on the monthly. It was actually a weekly scan. So our primary wave setup, which is a wave degree or above, is long off of 563.79, targeting 822 by 2031 in a cycle wave that's a little erratic. Okay, first thing that catches my attention are two speed lines, which were above both. So a close below 537.65 might change my mind because then we might look to back test this lower one. Then I would look at re-adding there. But, you know, supposedly the chip supply shortage is going to run through 2024, which is quite a while. I don't know exactly how that's going to affect certain players, but this is just a count. Wanted to go through it. Next one is NXPI or NXP semiconductor. Symbol NXPI. Looks like we got a primary wave setup. We do have an alt primary wave setup. So it closes below that 164.76. You'll have confirmation of a breakout above 196. I can't read the change, but roughly above that breakout line. Let me step down a minute. 196.36 would be the breakout line there. Should measure, you know, we got quite a little bit of upside. This is a, you know, primary wave that we're heading up to. You know, one other thing that I noticed is this tag right. I mean, that was like perfect on that 5 and came right off that resistance line. That's an important resistance line. It's one reason I love my speed lines. They tell me so much. Let's take a look at Intel. Now, I like this to the downside. Risk reward is kind of thin. You know, next minute wave short should come in around 47, 41. It's a little thin, but you could do sell a 48 maybe, or a 50, you know, just above that. I mean, if you want to be really safe, sell a 56 because I think you'd have plenty of time. So a short stop would be 48.90, but I have this alt count to the downside. So if semis really do break down, I like this because we have a couple things in the chart that look good. You know, we have this breakdown line, this support line that's here. All right. On top of that, we have two alt counts, this 5-wave down off of this leg. And we also have a 5-wave off of this leg, all right, which is a little bit, you know, different look, but it still confluence to the downside. Now, on top of that, we also had a harmonic look, okay, which puts us down around 34. So now this didn't negate that. You know, harmonics, again, are just a visual of a pattern that's there. You know, XABCDs, you know, typically do manifest at some point. Usually they're square on or they're one or two legs out when exhaustion occurs. So, but I like the idea of shorting it because it's got a good price on the options. It's not, you know, RSI is well within its range. You know, we got room down to 30. Even though it doesn't typically get down there, it got down here 30. So that was back in 2009. So, you know, it doesn't do well in crisis. Look at this. 2003 was our low, right? Okay, so we came off here. Matter of fact, I want to measure that leg and we're going to cheat. You're going to see me do something here that you don't see on video very often. I'm going to measure that leg right there. And I want to pull that sucker over here. And I want to see what that looks like on this chart. So we're going to say that leg and look at where the heck that is, way down to that alt count. I cheated. Don't hold it against it because quite often you can take prior history with sensitive stocks like semiconductors and it can give you a visual of what's there. Let's take a look at MCHP. Now this one I'm a little mixed on. I still like it, you know, possibly short. So close above 65.49 once we get short. So, you know, any back test of that speed line is ultimately what I came up with. I can't get a clear signal. I've got a primary wave setup on this, but it just doesn't look done to me. And when I look at this chart, you know, we have a confirmed high, a divergent high, divergent high. So we got 1, 2, 3. We're here and we're already coming off. So, you know, looking at that equality, if this is a 3 and it's a messy 3, a 3 drive would be messy here. But, you know, looking at this is what it would look like. And it really was right here. Didn't even come off. It's messy because of that count right there. But it's still, from a 3 drive perspective, it's there. Hold on, I have to change the color so you can see it. I should just keep those gold, but, you know, hey, I don't always do. All right, so equality, if that is a 3, clearly you have a confirmed high and 2 divergent highs. That's generally the rule. And you want glaring. It took me a long time to learn that. One word. You'd think I'd pick that up. Just joke. Back. All right. So that would give us a potential. I mean, we get that whole, we get a bad circumstance, in chips, $8. That's a long way down there. So I'm going to stick with those 4 at the moment, only because I didn't want to make this too long. Just wanted to cover, I believe it was Moonchild who asked me to look at semis. That's what I've got that really has sort of caught my attention at this point. Great trading. Until next time.